Nerds!
Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens, other animals, and action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daily Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. And to all the moms, I hope the mimosa hangover is not too bad this morning.
How's yours?
It's not too bad.
Okay. How many mimosas did you have yesterday?
I had one mimosa in the morning, and then my husband and my son dropped me off at brunch where I had a few gin cocktails, and then we capped it off.
I thought you were going to say, and Barrett showed up with a mimosa on a tray for me.
My little helper. And then I had some wine last night with my parents. But honestly, considering all of that, felt pretty good today.
Okay, all right, fair, yeah.
What is your Mother's Day beverage of choice?
It was a Diet Coke.
Oh, edgy.
Not one, but 2 Diet Cokes.
Steve.
One for lunch at the Rainiers game, and then one for dinner when we got home.
You bad boy.
I think my wife might have even had 3 Diet Cokes.
Well, you know what? It was her day.
She's not even up yet. She's still hungover.
Well, hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Let's inform these fine rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And Danny, please do not go on Urban Dictionary for this one, but happy National Nutty Fudge Day.
Do you like your fudge nutty?
You know it. Of course. You don't want just what, do you like your fudge creamy? Or do you want some chunks in it?
I don't know if I want chunks. I kind of just like it regular.
I feel like Danny right now is on Urban Dictionary checking to see if that actually is a saying.
Maybe.
Okay, well, let us know. Well, actually, don't. How about your Seattle Mariners? A lot of people thought, okay, they should be able to take 2 out of 3 for the 10th straight series win. They didn't do that. They didn't even lose 2 out of 3. They lost all 3 to the stupid Toronto Blue Jays. And it doesn't matter how bad the Blue Jays are. I feel like they always have the Seattle Mariners number.
And you know who's happy about that, though?
Our dumb Canadian friends.
Geddy Lee from Rush.
Okay, yeah, the dumbest of all of our dumb Canadian friends. Up next for the Mariners, they're going to take on the New York Yankees, who are better than the Blue Jays, but hopefully the Mariners step it up tonight over at T-Mobile Park and beat the Yankees.
The Empire Strips Back is a burlesque parody, and it's coming back to Seattle. This brings all your favorite Star Wars characters to a risque burlesque stage.
What was the name of this again?
The Empire Strips Back.
Nice. Is R2-D2 going to get naked?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's 18 and over. It's happening at Cornish Playhouse, and it's a 2-hour show. So you could get some sultry stormtroopers. You might get some seductive Boba Fett.
What about Chewbacca? Will there be like an all natural lady.
I would hope so.
I think that'd be pretty
awesome. You
awesome.
gotta be in that character. You better go all in.
We need an ungroomed lady that's willing to get naked to be Chewbacca.
I think we need to do a show field trip.
I was going to say, this sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm in, 100% in.
I don't know if I want to see their lightsabers, though.
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, let's talk about, I don't know if you've seen this on social media. I've not seen it in the wild, but I've seen so many people post about it. I thought it was just a joke, but apparently it's not. You might have seen, like, there's this picture of a unmarked police car here in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, Danny, you've seen it as well. The red Dodge Charger, and it has one of those stickers that says, "Please be patient, new driver," which I don't know why parents do that to their poor kids.
Oh, I'd be so humiliated.
Student driver. It's like, thanks, Dad. Well, anyways, that way it would make it seem like that's not a police car. No way that's an unmarked police car, but in fact it is. And yet Washington State Patrol has confirmed it. It's part of the aggressive driving apprehension team. And it's a long-running program where they have unmarked vehicles to catch aggressive drivers, which they want to kind of, curb. And I guess none more aggressive than when you're stuck behind somebody who's rocking a "please be patient, I'm a new driver" thing.
I mean, is that false advertising, though? Because that's not a new driver.
Well, yeah, I think that's the whole point.
That's rude. That's deceitful.
How dare they?
I'm upset.
I am impressed by, like, sometimes when you see, like, the cop lights go off on a car that you just never expect it's going to be.
Oh.
A police car, like a random, like, pickup truck, and you're like, whoa, okay, we're getting creative with these unmarked cop cars now.
Also, the people that drive cars that looked like the former most popular police car, so you think it's a cop and it's not a cop, it's just a regular civilian, those always get me real good.
Those piss me off. The ones that piss me off even more are the freaking security cars that have the lights on top, so, like, all of a sudden everybody's driving super slow, like below the speed limit. I'm like, guys, most police cars are not even driving 60. They're doing like 65. I think you're going to be okay if you're doing 64 miles per hour. And everyone slows down and you finally get past. You're like, that was a mother effing security car.
God dang it, they got me again.
Son of a bitch. Oh, we just got a text message at 206-803-ROCK. I saw the Star Wars strip club, was it Empire Strips Back?
Empire Strips Back.
I saw it last year when it came to town. Such a fun show from our friend Rose in Tacoma.
Thanks, Rose. See, if Rose gives it the stamp of approval, I'm definitely in.
And somebody also texted in saying that unmarked red police car also has a teddy bear on the dash.
Wow. Now I'm even more annoyed.
It is funny, though, if you see, please, be cool, new driver, and you drive up, and it's like some 50-year-old guy with like a big bushy mustache. You're like, you just started driving now?
Congratulations. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Albert Rusnak scored twice, and Danny Mazovsky netted a goal for the fifth straight game. The Seattle Sounders defeated the Houston Dynamo 3-1.
Who are these people you're talking about? Sorry, Danny.
Do you think we were talking about hockey or something?
I don't know what's going on right now. Is this basketball?
Danny, when's their next home match?
Oh, not for the entire month. I think like May 30th.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like they have no home matches. It's all away this month.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just like not playing. What the hell's going on?
We play again next weekend, but we're just not here.
Okay, so long road trip.
Yeah.
Let's go Sounders.
Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 63 degrees. Going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. My voice is almost shot. How's yours?
It's not great.
Yeah, and that's what's up.
The Daily Migs Show.
Over the weekend, I was part of something so special that ended up raising over $500,000.
Incredible.
For an amazing cause. We're going to tell you all about it at 6:20.
Nerds. Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
On Saturday night, it was all about the party to end MS for me. And the theme, Steve, was Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
The theme was done so well, it literally looked like you were walking into Wonderland.
I saw the pictures and it looked phenomenal. I was so bummed I couldn't make it because I was in Portland that night, but I was like, oh man, that looks like it was a blast.
They really nailed it. And we raised almost $670,000. Danny was there too, and we got a little audio while we were there.
What just happened?
My cousin just dropped $3,000 on the Ultimate 12th Man experience during the live auction at the party to end MS.
Do you think he's going to take you?
I sure hope so. Gosh. He has a different tax bracket than I do.
Okay, what is the Ultimate 12th Man experience? Are you getting to be the long snapper? Because that kind of money, I think you should, right?
You actually you get to be quarterback.
Nice.
Yeah, the entire game.
Nice. Is number 13 of it? Oh, no, damn it. Ernest Jones Jr.'s got it, or the fourth got it.
There were like tickets to the
Two club level
tickets. I think you got to go down on the field.
Oh yeah, you guys go to the pregame. You got
Wow.
it was a whole thing.
So that's pretty awesome.
I'm sure he's taking his son and not me, but
How many tickets does he get?
Just 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have dropped 6,000 and could have got more.
Oh God.
Cheap ass.
I know.
I want to paint the picture here. Taryn is dressed as the Red Queen tonight, and Brad is dressed as Tweedledum.
Tweedledummer.
Tweedledummer. Okay.
Duh, Danny.
And there were 12 dudes in our little friend group that were all dressed up like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Did you get a picture of that?
Oh, yes, we did.
Okay, good.
And we've got white rabbits in the room. There are Mad Hatters. I've seen Cheshire Cats and caterpillars. The theme is Alice in Wonderland, and everybody leaned into it.
Danny, did you?
No.
You looked like you were very whimsical and fun.
I mean,
That's just Danny on a Friday.
It is.
I wore a suit jacket and I wear a striped T-shirt, and then Lynn, they had a whole thing where you could like make your own Mad Hatter hat.
Uh-huh.
So Lynn didn't really dress up either. She just had a nice dress on, but she like made her own hat, so she was wearing that the whole night.
In all fairness, you thought it was a Beetlejuice gala.
I really did.
Yes.
I wanted it to be.
So did you know that there was a theme?
Yes.
Did Linda know?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if like she showed up like all dressed up. It's like you could have told me that it was a theme.
No, it was funny because we like realized that like it was like halfway through the week, and we're like we probably should order something.
Oh.
But then we weren't really sure if like people were gonna like fully go into it or
Fair.
if they were just gonna be formal wear.
Yeah.
So.
Also, can people still donate to End MS?
You sure can. You can go to You can go to You can go to mssociety.org and make a donation.
Third time's a charm.
I could not remember the website to save my life.
You can go to
We got there eventually. MS Society.
Go to mssociety.org and make a donation.
There we go.
But everything in the silent auction was going for like $1 gazillion.
Yeah, and our boss, Ryan Castle, almost accidentally bought some as well.
Accidentally?
Yes.
Why?
He raised his
Did he
bid
get
card
drunk?
for, it was like 2 round trip airline tickets wherever Alaska flies.
Okay, and they fly to a lot of places, I hear.
Oh, yeah, they do. To all the places. So he raised his bid card, and his wife looked like she was going to end him. Like, she was like, what are you doing?
How much was it at when he was putting
Was it like $22.50?
I think 22. I might have been 2,500.
This is why those galas are brilliant. Like, I remember I've been to a few, like with cystic fibrosis and some other ones where it's like everybody is enjoying free drinks and having a good time, and then all of a sudden you get caught up in the moment, and you're like, man. And always there's there's always somebody who speaks on behalf of the organization, and it just gets you in like the emotional heartstrings. Next thing you know, you're raising $500,000. You're raising $1 million because, and you can thank alcohol in a way, and also it's a great cause
For sure.
But I remember one time when I was at a Seahawks charity thing. It was Grant Wistrom who used to play with the team. He kind of became a friend of the show. He would join us from time to time. What a great guy! And he would always do some great charitable fundraisers. And he invited all of us one time, and I was kind of like a Ryan Cat. And at this time, like I'm relatively new in the job. Like financially, I'm scraping by. But I had a few drinks, and I was getting more and more hyped about this whole thing. And then all of a sudden, I got one of those cards, and I started doing it. Next thing you know, I dropped $1,000 to have dinner with Craig Terrell, Grant Wistrom, and a couple of other Seahawks, and I could bring like a handful of my friends. And I did all that, and I was like, $1,000. I don't have $1,000. Like, that's going to be like pretty much my savings. And I remember going up to Graham Wisdom afterwards and going, hey, man, I was the high bidder for the dinner. I can't wait. We're going to some place. I think it was called like Hector's or something like that. He's like, he just started laughing. He's like, we could have just gotten dinner for free, you and I. Like, we didn't need to do that. I was like, no, it was a good cause.
It was for the children.
I know. And I remember I was just like, I can't afford this. Like, what am I doing? But I got caught up in the moment.
Yeah. I'm sure we have more stories like that out there. So when did the auction get out of control for you? Call 206-803-ROCK.
The Daly Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. We've all been caught up in the moment at an auction. So what was that moment for you? When did the auction get just a little bit out of control?
How much did you spend?
206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Pearl Jam. When did the auction get totally out of control for you? 206-803-ROCK.
And this all stems because one of your family members dropped $3,000 at a great benefit for MS.
Yes.
But it was $3,000 for what?
It was the ultimate 12th man package, a Seahawks package. 206-803-ROCK. When did the auction get out of control for you? We have someone on hold who got into a bidding war that ended up costing him $1,700. But first, let's chat with Chris from Smoky Point. Chris, when did the auction get out of control for you?
Well, one day I woke up real early, and I am on a lot of auction websites, and I buy a lot of stuff, a lot of wrecked vehicles, side-by-sides, and snowmobiles, stuff like that. So I was watching two different items, and I was swiping between the two, watching to see how much they were going for. Well, I accidentally, instead of swiping between the two, I accidentally hit bid on a random car. And so there's this little timer bar that goes across the screen, and I was watching it go across the screen, and everybody just stopped bidding. And I'm just like, oh no. And it, ding, you won the bid. So I was like, well, what'd I just buy, and how much did I just spend?
Okay.
And so I, thankfully, in immaculate condition, and it actually ran and drove, and I still drive it to this day.
Okay. We lost you for a second. What kind of car was it?
It was a Volvo S40. It's a little 5-speed manual car.
And you're still that's awesome.
Yeah, it drives great, but I was just like, I didn't know what I bought, and they're all wrecked. They're totaled cars, so I didn't know the damage, what shape it was in, nothing.
Wow.
I just seen a little picture of a red car on the screen, and it said, you just won this car. And I was like, oh, no. Now I watch a little bit more now.
Do you feel comfortable telling us how much did you drop for this car?
So I spent, I think it was $750 on the car. So not a lot, but at the time I didn't know how much I'd spent.
I got to imagine that was like the ultimate relief. Like, not that you like $700 is like chump change, but it could have been tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, at least it wasn't $750,000.
And at least you have a very good point for a Volvo. And at least you have a great story to share whenever anyone gets in the car.
Right?
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. Bill from Seattle. When did the auction get out of control for you?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Great, Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, one day I got online and I was taking a look at a shotgun I had been interested in. And at the moment, I wasn't aware that it was a bidding site. So took a look at it. Then I did realize it was a bidding site. And just out of curiosity, something said, go ahead, throw up a bid. At the time, it was like about $800.
Okay.
And not long after, someone else bid over me, and I'm like, okay, really? So then I went ahead and I countered that bid. And then a minute later, this person bid over me again. I'm like, oh, heck no, you didn't.
Yeah, now it's out of principle. You got to win this.
Yeah, so it went back and forth. And then I'm like, oh, it's on now. Totally lost sight of the fact that I had no intention of buying this thing. And by the time the smoke cleared, I think towards the end, it was just the both of us at opposite ends of the street. Someone's ready to pull the trigger and draw. I pulled the trigger faster. Next thing I know, you are the proud owner of a new shotgun. And it basically went from about 800 to, like our forefathers, 1776.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you a shotgun enthusiast? Like, was this something you had your eye on at all?
You know what? I'm not an enthusiast, but it was something that caught my eye and I was interested, but I had no intention of paying more than double the price that I probably could have got it for. So, yeah, learned a valuable lesson there. Now, don't let the next guy one-up you because it'll just get you drawn in.
I was going to say, we learned something about Bill. There's no quitting him.
He's got a competitive spirit.
Have you ever done one of those silent auctions?
Oh, yeah.
Those are dangerous because, like, you want something and then you kind of, like, write your name and then you leave. And then you check back in and all of a sudden you're like, man, there's like 6 other people that bid on it. And then all of a sudden, I always love at silent auctions when it gets close to whatever the cutoff time is, you have all the vultures. They're just kind of waiting, like, you better not write your name on that bid.
Well, have you ever seen now that they have like a digital bidding service where you can actually do it on your phone? And it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous because it'll notify you, hi, you've been outbid. Would you like to raise your bid by, this amount or this amount? So you can do it from anywhere in the room. It's so dangerous. They're getting us real good.
Somebody said for that $3,000 for the Ultimate Seahawks package, you should be able to grab Marshawn Lynch's package with the deal as well.
That's a very good point. I'd pay $3,000 for that.
I would too.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Who out there would like to try to beat Steve Migs this morning? He has a record of 145 wins, 55 losses, and 36 ties in 2025. Call 206-803-ROCK to play Beat Migs at 650.
Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available if at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Look around. Every car you see is probably on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars. As for flying cars, well, we're ready when they are. If you see a car you like, find it on AutoTrader. That's our kind of thing. AutoTrader.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the Striped Way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Adam from Shelton is. Adam, are you there?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
What's up, Adam?
All right, Adam's in the house. Steve, that means you got to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those who are playing at home, Adam has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am.
Who was Romeo's love interest?
Juliet.
Correct. What Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wears the color blue?
Leonardo.
Yes. What is the name given to the second full moon in a month?
Supermoon.
No.
Pass.
What actor played Borat?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Correct. How many years after MTV launched did VH1 make its debut?
3.
No.
4, 5.
Yes, 4. What is the first word in the U.S.
New moon.
Declaration of Independence?
Say again?
What is the first word in the U.S. Declaration of Independence?
We.
No.
Pass.
Henry Mancini is famous for writing the theme for what cartoon?
Pass.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
13.
No.
12.
No.
11.
No. The first radio advertisement aired on a station in what U.S. city?
New York City.
Yes.
Blue Moon.
And I did hear you say Blue Moon. I counted that for you, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct, Adam. Hey. Very nicely done. Woohoo!
I don't think Adam's that impressed with himself.
I'm impressed with himself.
Are you?
I'm not impressed with this one's self.
Wow.
Steve, do you think you're ready?
All right.
Who was Romeo's love interest?
It's Debbie Dallas.
No.
No, it was Juliet.
Yes. What Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wears the color blue?
Is that Raphael?
No.
Donatello.
No.
Leonardo.
Yes.
I know it's not Michelangelo.
What is the name given to the second full moon in a month?
The Blue Moon.
Correct. What actor played Borat?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Correct. How many years after MTV launched did VH1 make its debut?
I say 5.
No.
6.
No.
9.
No. What is the first word of the U.S. Declaration of Independence?
We.
No.
Hello.
No.
What's up?
No. Henry Mancini is famous for writing the theme song to what cartoon?
Bugs Bunny?
No.
I don't know. Pass.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
6.
No.
9.
Nice. And yes, you're correct. The first radio advertisement aired on a station in what U.S. city?
New York.
Yes. Which quarterback had the most fumbles in NFL history?
Tony Romo.
No.
Joe Montana.
No.
Russell Wilson.
No. Damn it. You got 6 correct, Steve, and that is a tie. 6-6. Nice job tying, Adam.
Woohoo! Good game, Steve.
You too, my man.
Have a wonderful Monday.
Thanks, Adam.
Take care, Adam.
So let's go through this real quickly. You did not know that MTV launched VH1 launched 4 years after MTV did.
Okay.
The first word in the U.S. Declaration of Independence is when.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you were. I mean, you had a W word in there. Henry Mancini is famous for writing Pink Panther.
If I had more time, I was getting nervous about the clock.
Oh.
I was like, man, I know this, but honestly, I didn't.
Such a classic. And then the quarterback with the most fumbles in NFL history is Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to wear the I Beat Migs t-shirt that we have in the Rock Shop, you can get your very own at KISW.com. It looks like you, but Dogman version.
Which my daughter is very proud of that. That might be the most proud she's ever been about me and my job.
That's very sweet.
Yes.
Go to KISW.com to get your I Beat Migs shirt.
The Daily Migs Show.
There's a new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message, and we have been getting some messages on there, Steve, every single day. Some have been rather interesting.
Yeah, actually, some have been heartfelt as well. A lot of love for our friend Kevin Deers, who sadly is no longer with us, especially after this weekend, with a lot of love being shown to him with Metal Shop and Loud and Local.
We're going to slide into our VMs after Green Day.
Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs.
Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
We would love to get a voice message from you, and it's very easy to make that happen. Just download the free Odyssey app for your smartphone, open that bad boy up, and leave us a VM.
And a lot of love for our friend Kevin Deers. So we have a couple voice messages about that. Who Kevin's a great part of our KSW family, great part of the local music scene as well. Sadly, no longer with us, and I think we're all still recovering. And will be for a very long time about his loss, and just so much an outpouring of love, especially last night with Loud Local. I know a lot of local musicians did some stuff with to talk about Kevin, and then that Metal Shop on Saturday night was all about Kevin as well, with Ian and Ryan and a bunch of other people that came in, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that as well. But you want to start with the first voice message?
Of course.
All right, let's go.
Metal Shop family, big shout out to Kevin Deers. Really gonna miss you, brother. And we're going to keep on this train going without you.
So at Metal Shop, it was, of course, Ryan and Ian who used to do the show with him. And then Kathy Faulkner showed up as well.
Yes. Jolene came up from Portland.
I know. I was driving to Portland, and I get a message from Jolene. She's like, that sucks. You're coming to Portland when I'm going to Seattle. It would have been great to connect with her. But, yeah, that was awesome of her to come down.
Ryan Castle was in the house. We listened the whole way home from the party to NMS, and it was just a fantastic tribute.
And I said they played like a bunch of Hatebreed, a bunch of heavy stuff. But I love, and I can't remember who posted about it on social media. It might have been Ryan. It might have been somebody else. But they ended Metal Shop with MXPX. Because just like Danny, Kevin was a massive, massive fan of the band. And I know Mike from, you know it better than me, but like Mike from MXPX posted a really heartfelt tribute to Kevin.
Yeah, he did. And it was really nice that, especially because I know how much now, after talking to Brittany, the photographer who came in for the interview and stuff, she told me how much he was like so nervous for that interview, because he got to interview Mike for Loud and Local when their last album came out.
Right.
And Kevin was so nervous to meet him and like do the interview, which me sitting in this studio with that when that was happening, you could not have told. I did not know that he was nervous at all whatsoever, because he is just such a professional at what he did. And to see him interview Mike, but it was just so cool to see that Mike actually like took to social media and paid him tribute, and it said he was just amazing things about him.
I'm glad you brought up the interviewing stuff, because I was talking with Matt Farmer, who's one of the guys that runs Defy Wrestling, and Kevin was a big part of that as well. And he created his own podcast for Defy called The Defiant Ones. And it was originally on like their Patreon. Now it's on YouTube. And even if you're not a wrestling fan, you can appreciate these interviews because of where Kevin was coming from. He's such a great interviewer. I'm glad you brought that, because like he was so knowledgeable about the things that he was passionate about. So it was like an easy conversation that he could have with a guy like Mike from MXPX, or any of these like independent wrestlers that were flying in for these shows. And I even saw an outpouring of love from like guys like Mance Warner and Effie, like guys that were like heroes to Kevin, showing love for him. And I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, able to put everything kind of aside, the nervousness and everything, and just have a conversation while still listening, which is something like it's not easy to do. So I'll give him props till the end of the day. After watching that interview live in person, it was like, wow, this guy is a professional.
He's great at it. Yeah. All right, you got another voice message about Kevin.
Hey, all you wonderful people doing this tribute show for our dear friend Kevin. This is Haley over the Crocodile, just got off work. Been listening in my side ear the whole time. Thanks for doing it up proud for him. Much love.
And I know there's like a lot of stuff that's being in the works for like memorials and benefits for his family to help cover the funeral costs. I'm sure we'll get more information, and we'll be sure to share it. There's a GoFundMe. I'm sure if you just go to GoFundMe, type in Kevin Deers, Diers, you'll be able to find a way to donate and help out. But we'll get the word out about that. I know Defy Wrestling has a show this Friday, and there'll be something being put in the works to pay love, to show love and pay tribute to Kevin as well. So I'm excited to be a part of it. I wasn't even going to be there at family stuff. I canceled all that so I could be there for that. So it's gonna be special.
And you guys had some armbands that you were wearing over the weekend?
That was one of the cool things. Like, it was a tough weekend, but it was awesome to be around a bunch of people. Like, not only was Kevin big in the music world, but in the wrestling world, and so many of the local and fly-in wrestlers were, impacted by this. So one of our buddies, Brian, he made a bunch of armbands to wear in tribute of him. So a lot of us were rocking those. I got to tell you, though, like, I don't know about you guys, but it was like, I know it was impacting a lot of us because the hugs were a lot longer and tighter. Mm-hmm. And I know for me and others, the conversations were a lot deeper and more heartfelt.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always loved about Kevin was he was, like you brought up with his interviews, but also just with any conversations. When he was talking to you, he was an active listener. Like, he wasn't just like thinking about who else he could talk to or who else he could. It didn't matter. If he's in that conversation with you, he's in that conversation. I felt like a lot of us were, in our own way, like, inspired by that and doing that all weekend long. It was one of the cooler weekends, unfortunately for the worst reason, but one of the cooler weekends I ever, and it was very therapeutic.
Yeah. We love you, Kevin. Miss you so much.
The Daily Migs Show.
Mother's Day was over the weekend. Have you ever been embarrassed by your mom? Well, one of the biggest NFL stars is dealing with this right now. We're going to tell you who it is at 7:20.
Nerds. Life comes with big money questions. Is it better to max out your 401k or put more in a brokerage account? Does buying a home make financial sense in today's market? Should you use extra cash to pay off debt or invest? NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast has the answers. Their finance journalists break down investing and budgeting strategies to help you build wealth and navigate major financial decisions. Make smarter money moves. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast wherever you listen.
Look around. What do you see? Cars, lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends. Did somebody say solar-powered, eco-friendly, vegan leather-wrapped, aromatherapy-scented, disco ball-equipped self-driving car? If you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. Big cars, small cars, blue cars, new cars and used cars, electric cars. And one day, maybe even flying cars. With millions of options to choose from, buying a car becomes a whole lot easier. See it, find it. AutoTrader.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Jaden Daniels' mom has gone viral. Her name is Regina Jackson.
Uh-oh.
And she is apparently fiercely overprotective.
How dare she?
When it comes to her 24-year-old son.
I have heard that about like she's like involved in like who he dates because she doesn't want any gold diggers.
Here she is talking about it.
You're a public figure. Your dollar amount is associated with your name. So you never know who really is there for you and who's really against you. I want Jaden to date. He can live freely, makes his own decisions. However, the relationship we have, he does value my opinion because I have a view of what I feel a good person is. You know, he's a great kid, and I'm thankful for him. He's really to himself. He's a homebody. And, you know...
So me and Jane Daniels are very alike.
Yeah?
Well, minus the athletic abilities.
And, you know, it takes a lot out of you to not respond because some of this stuff you're just like, you just want to go full-fledged. It's crazy. And I'm like, all because of, like, I'm a mom that protects my son.
See, I don't know. I can't relate because my parents never had to worry about that, A, because I wasn't dating anyone, and B, it's not like there's not like a bunch of women looking for, guys who are living check to check who have no athletic abilities.
They're going to marry you and then run away with your tens?
It's not because of my looks.
Oh, no. Well, there was some story recently where she embarrassed him when she went to a nightclub in Miami with him during F1 weekend.
Yeah, I know some people giving thinking like, oh, she's like just like hovering around him to make sure that like none of these
thirsty girls.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So when did
I'd
your
be
mom...
so mad at my mom. Like, Mom, this is part of why I wanted to become a big, successful athlete, so I could have these moments.
So when did your mom embarrass you growing up?
Well, it was my fault. And we talked to her. Remember when but she didn't remember it, so maybe I should never bring it up to her again. But it was I think it was second grade, and I had let's just say I lost a 50-50 in the classroom. So I didn't want to tell anybody. So I'm just sitting there and I'm pretending like no one's going to notice until the teacher's like, Steven, you should probably go to the bathroom. It's like, all right. Apparently I'm not very good at hiding this because, well, for obvious reasons. And I'll never forget, all of a sudden, I just locked myself in the stall, and I don't know what my plan was. I don't know if I was going to stay there for life. I have no idea what the end result was, no pun intended. But all of a sudden, I hear knocking on the door, and then I hear, Steven, because we live close to the elementary school. And I'm like trying to be quiet because I'm like, it sounds like my mom, but it can't be. Steven, it's your mommy. What's going on? And she came to get me out of the bathroom to take me home. I didn't want to go back to school ever again. All right, what about you?
I mean, the thing is, I was overreacting a little bit, but my mom decided to chaperone a school dance when I was in like 7th grade. And I told her, like, I don't want you at this dance. I don't want you to be at this dance. Well, she signed up to chaperone. So I sat in the bathroom and cried the entire dance. I just sat in there and cried. You're ruining my life.
And all of a sudden, Taryn. It's Steven's mommy. Did you poop your pants too?
I mean, I was looking forward to grinding on the dance floor. Like, what are you doing here, lady?
I can't do that when mom's watching me.
No. 206-803-ROCK. When did your mom embarrass you? Call now, 206-803-ROCK.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know your mom probably embarrassed you once or twice in your life, so call now, 206-803-ROCK, and tell us about the time that your mom totally embarrassed you. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Nirvana.
David, mommy's got toilet paper for you.
When did your mom embarrass you? 206-803-ROCK. Migs, we have someone on hold who had to bail their mom out of jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never had to do that with my mom, thankfully.
There's still time.
That's true.
But let's start with Matthew from Duval. Matthew, tell us about the time that your mom embarrassed you.
That would have been Christmas Day when my mom bought me a package of erotic silk boxer shorts.
Did she know what they were?
Oh, yeah. They were leopard print and zebra print and cat print.
I mean, at least they weren't edible.
No.
Well, Matthew, was there like is there a backstory behind this? Like, did you guys have that kind of sense of humor?
No. She called me up, what do you want for Christmas? I'm always very practical, and I was getting low on boxer shorts. So I said, hey, Mom, I could use some new boxer shorts. My old ones are getting kind of small. So then on Christmas, when I opened the package, I said, Mom, what the hell are these? I called her. She wasn't there. She says, boxer shorts. She said, your last ones are getting kind of dull. I'm like, Mom, not dull, small.
She wanted to spice it up for you.
Yeah, she thought I was getting dull with my boxer shorts.
Maybe she needs to get you a subscription to MeUndies because they're never dull.
Matthew, were there other people? Who all was in the room when you opened these boxers?
My roommates. We lived in a 3-bedroom condo, so I had it was a couple and then a buddy of mine. So there was 4 of us there. We were in our 20s at the time.
Did you actually use them or did you throw them away?
No, I kept them.
Were they comfortable?
Yeah, they were still.
Thanks, Mom.
206-803-ROCK. Old Man Kenny from Gig Harbor. When did your mom embarrass you?
Oh, my gosh. Y'all are going to think my mom was a party animal. Yeah. Remember last week we had talked about what
Smoking
did your
weed.
mom do? Exactly. Sitting on my buddy's lap, hit a bong, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so you have
fast
something
forward,
more? You have something more embarrassing than just sitting on your buddy's lap smoking weed.
Dude, check this out. 3-4 years later, I actually had 2 cars. Mom's car was on the fritz, so she was driving my old '62 4-door Biscayne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had been out drinking. She was 2 blocks from home. This is gospel. Hit one of my best friend's dad's car, totaled my car, got a DWI, and I had to bail her out of jail.
Oh, Mom.
Wow. And you said that she was 2 blocks
that
away.
Bad, though. Huh?
She was just 2 blocks away. She could have just walked.
2 blocks away. 43rd, and I lived on 45th and Tacoma Avenue. But, I mean, she wasn't that bad, y'all. It just happens the subject came this way.
Yeah, mine is pot smoking on your buddy's lap and drinking and driving. Mom, what's good?
Free rat check.
We love you, Kenny.
206-803-ROCK. Mike from Gig Harbor. Tell us about when your mom embarrassed you.
Good morning.
What's up, Mike?
Back in the day, my mom used to drive me and my sister to school in a 76 Monte Carlo, so a pretty good-sized car. And in the drop-off zone, it never failed. Every morning she would jump the curb with the front tire and the car would rock, and all the kids would turn around, stare, and as me and my sister would get out, it never failed. Every morning she'd roll the passenger window down and scream, "Get back here and give your mother a kiss." And it used to embarrass my sister off just beyond belief. And I didn't have a lot of friends, so I'd go back and give her a kiss, but my sister would stomp off her every single morning.
Yeah, I feel like that's extra embarrassing for a girl.
Right.
I don't know why, but it is. Dude, I'm looking at some of the text messages at 206-803-ROCK, and we have to read this one because I was like, I cannot believe that this actually happened. My dad asked my daughter out. My dad asked my teacher out on a date during a parent-teacher conference because he thought that she was hot.
Oh my gosh, that would be mortifying.
How about this one? My mom once commented, "Look at my handsome boy." It was a picture of me doing a keg stand back in college. Go Cougs. It was on my Instagram.
Go Cougs!
Of course it's a Coug.
I probably have that photo too.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? He has a record of 146 wins, 55 losses, and 36 ties in 2025. And by chance, were you listening to the cheat sheet on Friday at 5:40 during the men's room? 3 of the correct answers to the next game were given out. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Nerds! Life comes with big money questions. Is it better to max out your 401k or put more in a brokerage account? Does buying a home make financial sense in today's market? Should you use extra cash to pay off debt or invest? NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast has the answers. Their finance journalists break down investing and budgeting strategies to help you build wealth and navigate major financial decisions. Make smarter money moves. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats, but also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Chris from Roy is. Chris, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What is up, Chris? Now, by chance, were you listening Friday to the men's room at 5:40 to get 3 correct answers to the game via the cheat sheet?
I was not.
That's okay.
I don't need that kind of help.
That's the spirit.
You're going to beat him anyway.
I'm ahead in the series 7-5, so.
Well, not fancy. Well, it's time for it to be 7-6, brother.
Steve, get out of here.
Let's go.
For those playing at home, Chris has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
How many colors are on a Rubik's Cube?
4?
No.
6.
Yes. What is another term for your sternum?
Your chest?
No.
Your abdomen?
No.
Pass.
What is the smallest ocean by area?
Indian?
No.
Caspian Sea?
No.
The Atlantic?
No. Farmers of what fruit pay helicopter pilots to dry their crops?
What fruit? Cranberries?
No.
Strawberries?
No.
Pass.
What band did Bill Ward co-found?
Pass.
Which state did Benjamin Franklin represent during the Constitutional Convention in 1787?
Oh, my God. Pennsylvania?
Yes. Which U.S. robbers had the surnames Parker and Barrow?
Which U.S. what?
Robbers.
Bonnie and Clyde?
Yes. Coming in hot right at the end to round out 3 points for the game, Chris.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I think you actually did know one of these, but you just couldn't get to the right one. But don't worry. Steve looks very stressed out.
Well, yeah, I don't want to go 8-5 with this guy.
It'd be so embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
A little overconfident.
Oh, okay. I'm happy to hear that.
Steve, are you ready? Yeah, Daddy, let's go. How many colors are on a Rubik's Cube?
6.
Yes. What is another term for your sternum?
That'd be your chest.
No.
Clavicle?
No.
Breastbone?
Yes. What is the smallest ocean by area?
Indian Ocean?
No.
Arctic?
Yes. Farmers of which fruit pay helicopter pilots to dry their crops?
Fruit. Oranges?
No.
Bananas?
No.
Cherries?
Yes.
What?
What band did Bill Ward co-found?
Black Sabbath?
Yes. What state did Benjamin Franklin represent during the Constitutional Convention of 1787?
I don't know. New York?
No.
New Jersey?
No.
New Hampshire?
No. Which U.S. robbers had the surnames Parker and Barrow?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes. What term describes a sandstorm with strong winds carrying a wall of dust and sand?
A dust storm?
No.
A bad storm?
No.
A hairy storm?
No. What is the only planet to rotate on its side?
That'd be Uranus, Taryn.
That is correct.
What?
Steve?
Cherries and Uranus were total guesses.
Steve, you got 7 correct, and that is a victory.
Yes.
7-3. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, good game, man.
Take care, Chris.
Bless you.
I'm allergic to losing.
Our friend Chris did know that the state that Benjamin Franklin represented during the Constitutional Convention was Pennsylvania.
That's a very educated guess.
And a sandstorm with strong winds carrying a wall of dust and sand is a haboob.
Oh, okay. This is the first time I've ever heard that word.
Well, now you know.
What's the haboob?
Haboob. It's fun to say. The second part of that. If you would like to check out the latest and greatest threads we have in the Rock Shop, you can go to KISW.com and check out the I Beat Migs t-shirt.
Many people say that shirt looks very good over your haboobs. Sorry.
You can buy one at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show.
Migs, yesterday you went to the Tacoma Rainiers game to celebrate Mother's Day with the fam.
It was a great time.
They had a big comeback where they scored 5 runs in the 7th inning, but for your daughter, that wasn't even close to the highlight.
Even though we were watching while that was happening.
So what was the highlight? We'll talk about it after Foo Fighters. The Tacoma Rainiers put on quite a show for Mother's Day yesterday, scoring a combined 9 runs in the 7th and 8th innings. They had a season-high 12 runs in total, and it was a massive comeback win over the Sacramento River Cats. And that was a very exciting thing.
Yes.
But that was not the best part of the game for your daughter, Tatum, because you took the family there
So,
yesterday.
one of our family members, Kaylee and her husband, future husband, Jared, they had a suite, which was awesome for the Rainiers game. And they're like, hey, we love some of the moms and the families to come. And so we're like, this sounds like a great time. And it was so awesome to go there and just hang out, meet some listeners as well. And we took Tatum, and Tatum was all fired up. And so at some point during the game, she's like, I actually want to watch the game. We're like, awesome. And it just so happened to be the inning where they scored like 5 runs in the 7th. And it was fun watching Mom trying to explain how baseball works to her, which I thought was pretty adorable. But I was like, man, Tatum's getting into it. They even had that part where it's like, everybody clap their hands. And Tatum's doing it. She's just feeling the energy. So I'm like, you know what? This is a good time to check and see how she's enjoying the game. So I'm like, Tatum, what do you think of the Rainiers game? And I'll tell you, her answer had nothing to do with the game itself.
What's your favorite part about Rainiers games?
Rhubarb? The moose.
I mean, first of
Is
all...
he even a moose? I think he's a reindeer.
Is that what he is?
I don't know. Can we get some fact checking on this? Is rhubarb... Maybe he's a moose.
I mean, you sent the picture and it looked very moose-like, but also those could be reindeer antlers. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Rhubarb is a moose?
The name is awesome, though. I love that his name is Rhubarb. I just want to go give him a snuggle.
Well, and she got to meet him. So, like, their handler comes into the suite and is like, hey, everybody, in just a minute, my good friend Rhubarb's going to be coming in here. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think any of the kids cared. Steve Migs perked up, is like, what? The mascot's coming into the suite?
He is, in fact, a reindeer.
He's a reindeer, not a moose.
Yeah.
Rhubarb the reindeer.
Rhubarb the
I love
reindeer.
that.
So then, and then the handler guy's like, all right, so we want to make sure get all of the moms all assembled so we can get a picture of the moose with all the moms and the kids. And I'm like, cool. What about the dads? Like, what? So
Your day's in June, Steve.
Rhubarb walks in. Rhubarb's awesome. All the moms gather around, all that kind of stuff. They get the picture. And I'm like, am I out of line to ask for a picture with Rhubarb?
And were you?
No, apparently not. Because I was like, I don't know what I should do. Like, I'd say they made it very clear that this was just for the moms. And Rhubarb's on borrowed time, of course. Like, you know, he's got other suites to go to, other areas to hang out in. So I'm like, can I get a picture with Rhubarb too? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. There, grown man, let's go. Come on, hurry up. So I got a picture with Rhubarb.
That's awesome.
I was fired up about that.
I mean, I'm very jealous because I've never been close to the Mariner Moose. I've barely been around any mascots. Like, I never make it to the mascot. I've always wanted to, though.
It's such a great feeling when I ain't gonna lie. And I'm sure it's like some high school kid that's in that outfit. But the minute that Rhubarb walked in, I mean, it might as well have been Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was so fired up. I'm like, this just made this is the greatest Mother's Day I ever had.
Okay. Next question about your Mother's Day. What were the hot eats at the game? You know, we always like to talk about food when it comes to going to sporting events.
Shout out to Jared. He made it a point to talk to the sweet people. So they had some veggie burgers for us. That was really cool. They had some like potato salad, some hot dogs, some pulled pork, all that kind of stuff. We also got some kettle corn. And then Tatum wanted to go to the merchandise store. So Dad got a new hat. She didn't get anything. I'm kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
She got herself a unicorn wearing a Rainier's jersey. I thought she was going to go with rhubarb, and at first she was, but then they had like this crazy looking unicorn thing. I'm like, oh, that might as well have Tatum on the back of the jersey
for sure.
And they were rocking like their vintage looking Tacoma jerseys. Dude, the team shop there is going to make me go broke. They have so many like the old school ones that have the old like Oakland A's colors back when they were affiliated with them. They have the tugboat ones when they were affiliated with that. Now like these vintage looking ones that are pretty sweet. One with a fish on it that was pretty awesome. The team shop is badass.
I have not been to a Rainier's game in so long. I really would like to try to get to one this summer.
I think we're going to be able to make it happen because my buddy, he works for a beer distributor. He's like, I think we could make something happen where maybe we'll do like a little event with some of the listeners and we go hang out and maybe you could get to meet Rhubarb.
Oh my God, please. I'm manifesting it right now.
And Danny, you and I could go broke on buying more hats.
We'll just buy the whole store. How about that?
Yeah.
The best part was I come back and I'm all fired up wearing this hat. And did you use the discount coupon card? I'm like, what? And they're like, they had like a stack of like 20% off cards in the suite. I was like, I didn't know about that. They're like, oh, well, just go back down. You got the receipt, right? I'm like, no, I didn't bother to ask for a receipt because I know the hat was going on my head. This was a transaction that did not need any paper involved.
Full price Migs.
Yeah. We got the unicorn though for 20% off.
Nice.
Yes.
The Daily Migs Show.
David Draymond of Disturbed is an engaged man. He proposed to his girlfriend on stage during their concert in Sacramento. So, of course, many have already had to voice their opinions on this. And we need to go to social media to make it happen. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Nerds. Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck. And what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Disturbed has been out on tour, and David Draymond, their frontman, he proposed to his girlfriend, Sarah, on stage during their show last week in Sacramento. They were getting ready to perform The Lights, and he then expressed his love, popped the question in front of the whole crowd, and she, of course, said yes. This is some of the audio from what went down.
I mean, it sounds very like, will you marry me? It's like, you should be like, will you marry me? So heartfelt. It's also, I'm coming to a concert, man, not a Hallmark movie.
Oh, God.
I could barely hear you, my man.
I know, right?
The enthusiasm just oozing.
Speak up. We can't hear you.
Well, many people have voiced their opinions online. Of course, they had to go to social media to share their thoughts. So let's go straight to the comments.
A lot of these comments are pretty priceless. Nobody, I guess, wants to see Dave Draymond happy and in love.
Sad.
So we figured who better to read these than someone who was known for not being very happy and maybe had a little hate in his voice from time to time, and that is the late, great Gilbert Gottfried. So here's Robot Gilbert Gottfried reading the comments from people who are not chiming in to congratulate Dave Draymond, but pretty much the exact opposite. Are you ready for the first comment?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
You make me the happiest man in the ooh, ah, ah, ah.
world.
Yeah, I'm sure he should have said it that way.
Could you imagine if she said no in front of a whole crowd?
Dude, she just turned around and left.
No.
I wonder if anyone's ever happened. Either text us or call us. I mean, I would love to know anybody who's ever been told no to a proposal, or was the person saying no to a proposal? Do you know anybody?
Not that I can think of. No, but I want the dirt.
I do remember one time when I had season tickets to the Seahawks forever ago, and there was a couple that would be at the games a lot, like, one section over. And the guy did that at the sporting event where he dropped to a knee and proposed. I don't know if she said yes or no, but we never saw them at the game again.
Oh, boy.
And part of me, and maybe this is just us overthinking it, but I remember being like, I think she might have said no, and that ended this relationship. And in turn, they must have just sold their season tickets or sold them to other people because they just couldn't go to the games.
Yikes.
He must make her go, ooh,
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he does.
It's a specialty.
He only divorced in 2023. Eesh, that's fast.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was married for a while, and then it ended, and now he's marrying a model.
Nice.
What, is that bad, though? That's like 2 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about it.
Anyone else think this is corny as
Well, I mean,
that wouldn't be what I would have envisioned if I was the, girlfriend of a very famous rock star.
I didn't pay to see him propose. I paid to hear Stupefy.
yes, I also paid to hear Stupefy as well. Okay, we got one more comment.
Dang. Guess he finally found someone on Tinder.
Did you hear about that?
No.
I didn't know that either, but there were so many comments from people that were talking about Tinder this, Tinder that, all this kind of stuff. Apparently, he went on Bumble. He did like an interview where he was talking about how he was on Bumble after his divorce trying to find somebody because he was having issues and trying to find people, but then he was dealing with so many fake profiles and scammers and things like that, so he deleted his account because it was an S show. And then he went on Tinder. Or no, that was because of Tinder. And then he went on Bumble, and that's how he met this girl that he married.
Now, is Bumble the one where the girl makes the first move, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Danny, why do you know that?
Because I do all my research, Steve, like a good member of the Daily Migs show.
Oh, you're not just bumbling?
I don't think so.
Steve, we have a call right now from Lana and Everett who turned down a proposal. Lana, tell us what happened.
Okay, I need to set the story up a little bit. I was in the military, stationed up in North Dakota, and I had kind of was in between relationships when I got an assignment change that I was to be leaving, relocating in 6 months.
Okay.
So I wasn't really looking for anything, one night stand here or there, normal things you do in your 20s.
Atta girl.
So I was going out with this. I ended up going out with this guy in the squadron, and, it was fun. For me, it was just a fun thing. And he started to get serious, and I came home one day, and he had the key to my place I was at, and there were 24 long stem roses right there on the table. And he said, we're going to go out to dinner. Could you go put something on? And I did, and we went into this restaurant, and it was kind of noisy. And he proposed to me there, and I was like to myself, I don't love you. You've never even said that. And I was like, we need to go home.
Oh no.
Yes.
So how long were you guys hanging out? It doesn't even sound like you guys were really officially dating.
Once I was trying to keep it quiet in the squadron that I was leaving, but apparently somebody who knew that we were dating worked with him and spilt the beans, and I guess he went into panic mode.
Oh. That's one way to handle. And so was the relationship fully done-dundee after that?
Yeah, it pretty much. I was leaving in 5 weeks, so my mind was not even on one-night stands at that point.
We know that many of you are just starting your day and you're trying to keep up on what is happening in the world and pop culture. Well, it's a lot to take in. So we're going to help out by telling you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
You're familiar with Taken, the Liam Neeson movie.
One of my all-time favorite films.
Is it being turned into a musical?
Please, God, yes.
We'll talk about that in just a few. But first, Fox News analyst Cameron Kinsey fainted live on the air this past Thursday night on Fox News at Night. And then the show's substitute host, his name is Jonathan Hunt, he was trying to continue the segment while she was just chilling on the floor.
No.
Here's some audio from it.
It's not about ideology or it's not about...
Oh my goodness. We're just going to get some help here for Cameron. Let me come back to Lydia while we get some help for Cameron here. Lydia, the President, we're going to go to a break right here. We'll be right back.
God, poor guy's probably like, what the hell do I do? I have to say he handled it a lot better than my old cohorts when I passed out.
I feel really lightheaded right now. I might pass out. Yeah, I'm going to pass out, dude. Whoa.
If you were listening at the time, Andy Savage was doing the show with, I think he said, quick, take his pants off after that happened.
What is wrong with people?
Don't know. Then like another 20 seconds went by and I still hadn't come through. And then all of a sudden concern was in his voice where he's like, hey, is he going to be okay?
Oh, my gosh. Well, Cameron Kinsey did say that she was fine and she was just a little bit dehydrated. That's what, led to her passing out. But...
And our cohorts did take her pants off. No, they did not.
my
Thankfully,
God.
they did not take anybody's pants off. I'm glad she's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's scary.
So do you remember the movie Taken?
Oh, of course.
Okay, that to me is one of the coolest movies. And somebody was like, hey, that'd be funny if it ever turned into a musical. Unfortunately, Danny, I know you're a fan of musicals. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but the people over at There I Ruined It, that YouTube series, they created what they think what it would sound like if Liam Neeson's movie Taken was turned into a musical.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I don't know who.
Okay, I think we get the idea. I feel like that started a trend of him constantly being in films where a family member, usually a daughter or a son, but sometimes the wife, was in peril and he had to save the day, which makes me think either he's a really great husband and father or he's absolutely the worst husband and father.
That's a good point. He could be a hero or like the opposite of a hero.
Absolutely.
There was a pretty fun sports moment that happened on Mother's Day yesterday. Josh Young, who plays for the Texas Rangers, hit a home run on Mother's Day. His brother plays for the opposing team, for the Detroit Tigers. Check it out.
And a swing, and that's a drive left field. It is gone! Happy Mother's Day. Mrs. Young in attendance and sees older son Josh Young go deep to left field. Standing ovation from the family members behind home plate, and that has to feel great.
I mean, my heart is just exploding. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better Mother's Day gift.
So it'd be great if she was like, and this is why Josh is my favorite of the two sons.
To watch them live their dream, do what they love to do, like, I couldn't be more proud.
It was pretty cool to have the whole family in the ballpark. I was playing against each other. Hit a homer was awesome.
Yeah, Jace was real happy about it, I bet.
Right? Texas won 6-1. Did you see the mom was wearing one of the split uniforms, too, where it was half and half?
Nice.
It was so cute.
But then she went to the team shop and said, screw it, screw Jace. I'm just getting Josh's jersey and we're good to go.
Rangers fan.
For life.
The Daily Migs Show.
How would you like to beat Steve today? His record is 147 wins, 55 losses, and 37 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. Call up to play Beat Migs at 850.
Nerds. Life comes with big money questions. Is it better to max out your 401k or put more in a brokerage account? Does buying a home make financial sense in today's market? Should you use extra cash to pay off debt or invest? NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast has the answers. Their finance journalists break down investing and budgeting strategies to help you build wealth and navigate major financial decisions. Make smarter money moves. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast wherever you listen.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
$50,000 to $80,000 to repair and replace a broken sewer? That stinks.
Well, that's what you get when you buy an older home.
We don't have that kind of money. I mean, who does?
Well, don't wait until it's too late. Call Pinky's.
Pinky's?
Yes, Darlene. Pinky's Plumbing. They do everything plumbing, even sewer and drain cleaning. A little preventative maintenance now will save you a big headache later. Just schedule it at pinkysplumbing.com.
Oh, thanks, Ethel.
Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Skip Dog in Damascus is. Skip Dog, are you there?
I am ready.
Good morning, sir. And Steve, time for you to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Skip Dog has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of animal is the Mariners mascot?
A moose.
Correct. Billy Squier turned 75 today. What year was he born?
1950.
Yes. What French word for sled is given to a Winter Olympic event?
Bobsled?
No.
Toboggan?
No.
Luge?
Yes. In what southwestern state will you find the only McDonald's with arches that aren't yellow?
Arizona?
Yes. What pop singer began her career as a Christian performer named Katherine Hudson?
Pass.
Muscovy and Mallard are breeds of what animal?
Duck?
Yes. How many rooms are on a standard Clue board game?
Standard Clue board game 6?
No.
7, 8.
No. In Morse code, what do 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots represent?
SOS.
Yes. What movie followed Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Pass.
What century did Rembrandt live in?
19th century.
No. But you know what? You got 6 correct, Skip Dog. That is a fine score, my friend.
Well, it's okay.
How you feeling, Danny? Are you on Team Steve?
I'm always on Team Steve.
I'm on Team Skip Dog.
You're always against me.
I know.
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready?
I believe that I am.
Oh, yeah!
What kind of animal is the Mariners mascot?
A moose.
Yeah. Billy Squire turned 75 today. What year was he born?
75. I don't know. 1940.
No.
1950?
Yes. What French word for sled is given to a Winter Olympic event?
Oui, oui.
No.
The sled. Luge.
Yes. In what southwestern state will you find the only McDonald's with arches that aren't yellow?
I don't know. California?
No.
Oregon?
No.
Nevada?
No. What pop singer began her career as a Christian performer named Katherine Hudson?
Is that Katy Perry?
It is. Muscovy and mallard are breeds of what animal?
Pigeons.
No.
Birds.
No.
Parrots.
No. How many rooms are on a standard Clue board game?
Rooms. 4.
No.
5.
No.
6.
No. In Morse code, what do 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots?
SOS.
Yes. In what movie followed Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Harry Potter and the Wizarding Wizard?
No. Steve, you got 5 correct, which is pretty good, but it's a loss because our friend Skip Dog got 6.
Well, congratulations, Skip Dog.
What, is he working with machines? What is happening back there?
That's the last thing, Karen.
Okay.
I have no idea what he said.
You probably just said, I beat Migs.
I love that you're laughing at it like you were. Somebody tickling you right now, Taryn?
He did guess correctly that the southwestern state you'll find the only McDonald's with arches that aren't yellow is Arizona.
Uh-huh.
And he also knew that Muscovy and mallard are breeds of ducks. Neither of you knew that there are 9 rooms on a standard Clue board game.
Why don't I go with the 6-9 line?
And apparently you guys are not Harry Potter fans.
No, they are.
After Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, we had...
The Chamber of Secrets.
Mm.
Yeah, get it right, Steve.
So when was the Wizarding Wizards movie?
That was 8.
8, thank you. Okay.
Well, congratulations to our friend Skip Dog. And if he wants, he can rock the new I Beat Migs shirt. It is available in the Rock Shop for anyone, whether they beat you or not.
And he wouldn't be a poser because he actually did.
Yes, he did. You can get yours at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show.
Call now if you have ever ordered takeout. 206-803-ROCK. We have a simple question for anyone that has ever ordered takeout. And it's based off something that happened to one member of this show yesterday. 206-803-ROCK. Your calls after Van Halen. Last night, Migs, you went on a Mother's Day mission to pick up dinner for the family.
Yes. We went to the Rainiers game, and then after the Rainiers game, it was like getting close to dinner time. So my wife's like, I don't really feel like cooking. I'm like, no, it's Mother's Day. Of course. Let's get some takeout. And then we let Tatum pick. She picked one of her favorite spots. So then I made the call, went in there to get it, and it was packed. I didn't factor in that it's Mother's Day and other people are probably out to eat. So I'm waiting a lot longer than I thought. And I felt bad because my phone was still in the car so they could listen to music and while the car was running. And I was like, oh, man, I'm in here for a very long time because it's just so busy.
Sure.
A bunch of the Uber Eats people are waiting. It's just like, it's chaos. So finally, like one of the waitresses or one of the people that work there comes over and hands me the bag and goes, here you go, sir. And I'm like, thanks. And then she quickly went off because she had more stuff to handle. And I'm just like holding this bag of food, and it's not a little bit, it's for all 3 of us, but it's a good sizable amount, and it's not that cheap. But I hadn't paid yet because I just ordered over the phone. I didn't order online or anything along those lines. So now I have all of our food, and they've already just said, here's your food, sir. Have a great day. And I'm just holding it. And it got me thinking, like, what would you do in that situation? Would you just leave because they basically said goodbye? Or would you be the honest person and pay? And I'll let you know what happened, but I first thought it'd be fun to pose it to the listeners.
Well, this leads us to want to ask that simple question.
It's the simple question.
And we'll start with Daniel in Lacey. Daniel, our simple question. If this was to happen to you, be honest. Would you wait and pay, or would you walk out with the food?
9 out of 10 times I would wait and pay, but there has been a time where I got something for free, noticed it when I got back to my car, and was like, well, I shop here a lot, so I'll take this one freebie.
And also, you've left the building at that point.
Yeah.
All right, you're a man of integrity.
He is. Paul from West Seattle, same simple question to you. If this was to happen to you, be honest, it's okay. Between friends here, would you pay for the food or would you walk out?
I would definitely pay for the food, especially when you're sitting at the line at Dick's restaurant. I would totally wait in line for a Dick's Deluxe, a large fry, and a chocolate shake.
Chocolate strawberry, come on.
Vanilla.
Oh, come on. Ain't no strawberry. But anyway, I just want to say good morning, my beautiful people.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
Thanks
love
for
you, man.
weighing in.
That's awesome. Daddy, I think you would probably walk out.
Okay. It depends on the restaurant.
I mean, you're the guy who says I find money anywhere. I'm not giving it back to anyone.
Well, exactly. That's money.
Yeah.
Okay. Food. If it depends on the restaurant. If it's like a mom and pop shop in West Seattle, I would be like, hey guys, you've got to charge me. Now, if it's like some restaurant that, is a big chain, I'm walking out.
Really?
Oh yeah, in a second.
You're like, they're rich enough.
Yeah, they got this.
What if it got back to them that woman got in trouble?
Yeah, then it's her fault for not charging me first.
Fair. What about you, Taryn Daly?
I mean,
Dog.
I don't know that I could sleep at night knowing that I knew what the deal was and I didn't handle the business. I would have waited and paid. I would have flagged somebody down and made sure to pay my bill.
I was holding that bag, and it was close to $100 worth of food. And I'm just like, and also we just spent a lot of money over at the Rainiers game. So I'm like, man, I'm going broke. I just hightailed out of there. No, I didn't.
Oh, my gosh.
I stood there, and finally the lady came back. I'm like, excuse me. And she thought something was wrong with the order. I'm like, I still haven't paid. The funny part was there was like I'm pretty sure it was like an Uber Eats or one of those food delivery places. Like he just had that vibe, because he had like one of those warmer things.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but he kind of looked at me like, what are you, an idiot? He gave me that look because I was like, I haven't paid just yet. So then she's like, oh, thanks. The funny part is because the place that we've been to a few times, and there's a lady that works that I know, and she walks by and overhears all that, and she's just like, you're really honest, Steve. And I'm like, well, I saw you were here, and if I left, you track me. She's like, oh, I would totally track you down on social media to get that money back. I'm like, I'm kidding, but of course I would pay for it.
Oh, yeah, look at you. Honest Migs.
Had to be.
Not surprised.
Integrity.
A man of integrity, and I even still tipped.
How much did you tip?
Like more than 20%. I don't know. I just, I do the double the tax.
Move the decimal point, double it, whatever.
Yeah, don't ask me. I pull out a calculator.
I'm really good at math.
I don't know if it was 20 exactly %, but it was definitely more than it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that you're a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the hook? Prove it to us. And if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to the Chris Cornell tribute show happening this Saturday at Nectar Lounge, 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
Nerds. Making financial decisions shouldn't feel like picking a TV show. Too many options, too much hype, and no way to know what's actually good. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast cuts through the clutter. Their finance journalists break through real-world money decisions with clear research-backed insights. From investing to home buying to credit cards, the nerds help you navigate major financial decisions with confidence. Leave TV to fate. Leave your next financial move to the nerds. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
It's time for Hook or Shook, the game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, we are playing for tickets to the Chris Cornell tribute show that's happening this Saturday night at the Nectar Lounge.
It's going to be a great show.
Say hello to our contestant. It is Katie from Stanwood. What's up, Katie?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're going to spin this wheel and see if you're playing with me or Migsy.
All right, the wheel's spinning. Will it be T-Dog? Will it be Migsy? It's currently on T-Dog. Will it stay there? I think it's going to.
Yeah. Stanwood ladies banding together for a Chris Cornell tribute show.
Now, if it was an Arlington lady, you probably would have passed the buck to me, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Katie, here is your clip.
I know the song. Doesn't matter. Lincoln Park?
Do you want help with the... Let me know if you need a hint on the song title, or if you got it,
Yes,
say
I
it.
do. I do.
Okay, so it's a 3-word song.
Yes.
The third word is like kind of like the same as like reaching the finish line. You would be at the...
Far? No.
Like not the start, but the...
End?
Yes.
In the end?
My thought would have gone towards it's one of our sister stations, 107.7 The...
Look at you, Steve.
I was such a radio nerd because I was working there when this song had. I was like, I'd so cool at a thing in the end, and I work at the end.
Oh, boy. On that note, Danny, how about hit me with a clip? Oh, that is AFI, Miss Murder.
Thank goodness for you.
I was going to say, I knew it was AFI. I couldn't think of the name of the song.
Well, congratulations, Katie. We're hooking you up with tickets to the Chris Cornell tribute show this Saturday at the Nectar.
Yes, thank you, Taryn.
You are so welcome. Man, AFI, by the way, I was so into them back in the day. I used to go every time they played.
I've seen them. Well, one time they were at Bumbershoot just a couple of years ago when we were doing our wrestling thing. And a lot of the guys, they made it a point. They're like, hey, I want to work the wrestling show, but can you not book me at this certain time? Because AFI is playing. And a bunch of them, some of the guys went in their wrestling tights, like, which I'm sure wasn't the strangest looking apparel that was in the crowd. But,
I'm sure.
But then I remember seeing them, and the place isn't around anymore. And it was during the height of like when they were starting. I can't remember the album that kind of made them almost
Sing the Sorrow.
Yes, that was kind of making them popular. They performed at the North Lake.
I was there at the Northgate Theater.
Northgate Theater.
Steve, we were in the same room and we weren't even friends yet.
We didn't even know each other then.
Crazy.
That was a freaking awesome show.
That was a great show.
Taryn, he's the one that cut in line in front of you for the merch.
I did. I got a brand new AFI hat. It was pretty sick. Were your calves hurting after that show?
Absolutely, yes.
Because it was a theater and the show was on a slope. Like I don't know why they thought that would be a good place to put on concerts. I mean, it was still fun. The sound was there. It was great. But like, if you were standing like even like halfway in the room, you were on a slope the entire time. It was very hard on the calves.
Not a natural way to be standing and watching a show. And heaven forbid you want to start jumping because that's a weird angle.
People would be falling forward. I'm like, yeah, this isn't really. We should have gutted this thing out before making it into a venue.
Safety third.
The Daily Migs Show.
If we have talked about something this morning that you would like to talk about, please call now. Our number is 206-803-ROCK, and we will check in with the Rockaholics next. Throughout this fine morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we have not had a chance to chat with you about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, and it's brought to you by Window Nation. Call up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have something on your mind that you would love to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK.
Got a question for Danny V via the text line.
Oh.
Danny, why are you so awesome? I'm kidding. That's not what they said. Oh, that's what I was thinking.
That was your inner thoughts.
Yeah, my inner thoughts were coming out.
Thank you, Steve.
Question for Danny: has the switch to Apple TV affected how many MLS and Sounders matches that you watch?
No, because I have season tickets and I get it for free.
Oh, so you can watch the games for free on a streaming service because you have season tickets?
Yeah, so it's included with your season tickets. You get the package where I don't have anything or any access to anything else on.
So you
Apple
couldn't watch
TV.
like the New York Red Bulls?
No. Well, actually, no, I think I can, actually. I think it's just an MLS season pass.
Oh, but you can watch like a show that's on Apple Plus.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I can only watch like the MLS. But yeah, every season they send us a little confirmation code and it gets us for the whole season.
I'm shocked maybe they do. I don't have season tickets to anything anymore, but when I had season tickets to the Seahawks, there wasn't streaming opportunities. But that's kind of crazy that I think that's a really cool, I don't know, an incentive, but just a bonus. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing because they don't do it any regular. I think they're in talks with some network to do like broadcast ones again. But right now it's just streaming. But it's been amazing for me because like when I'm traveling anywhere, it's like, oh, hey, you got a smart TV? I'm just going to throw on the Sounders game real quick.
Nice.
I mean, I know that's for our opinion, but I know for me, like when I'm not a big soccer fan, but I do like the Sounders. I root for them. And sometimes like I'll just be flipping around while I'm doing stuff in the house. And I used to just keep the game on. It was like baseball to me. It's great background sounds.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you hear like the excitement in the announcer's voice, you perk up and you check things out. But I would never be like invested to watch. But I'd probably watch a good handful of games when it was on regular cable.
It's actually really funny too because every time we've done Spokane emo night, for some reason the Sounders are playing. So in the green room, it's a really simple setup in Spokane. So we set up real quick and then I turn it on the TV because they have a huge TV in the green room, and we just sit back and watch the Sounders until emo night.
Emo night watch party. I like that.
I was kind of like making fun of myself yesterday when we went to the Rainiers game. We were fortunate enough to be in a suite, and they put the game on the TV inside the suite. And there was a moment where I'm like just like eating food, eating some peanuts, and I'm watching the game. I'm like, this is a good game. And I'm like, I'm 5 feet away from actually being able to see the game, and I'm watching it on TV. I'm like, what am I doing? Get outside and go enjoy the game. Touch some grass.
But you know how sometimes like you go to a concert and like it's better to watch the big screen than it is the stage because you're just a little bit too far away. Or like sometimes when you're in that kind of that sweet spot where you can switch back and forth between watching the stage or watching the screen. But yeah, sometimes you need that big screen.
Are you a binoculars person? You ever go to a game with binoculars?
I come from a binoculars family.
I respect when I go to a sporting event and I see it's usually the older guy, and he's there and he's got the binoculars around his neck, and I'm like, I kind of respect that. I think that's pretty awesome.
My parents have been bringing binoculars to sporting events and concerts for like as long as I can remember. The Gorge, when they used to take us to the Gorge when we were kids, always binoculars because we were on the grass. Let's be honest, they weren't splurging for like seats or anything down below.
That's how when my dad would take me to go see like wrestling at the Meadowlands Arena. I'm like, I'm so excited to go, and then I get there and I'm like, I have no idea who's wrestling. It just looks like two ants that are fighting.
Can't see a damn thing.
All right, text for a question for you, Taryn Daly.
Okay.
This one says, Taryn, how was your Mother's Day? What did you do?
Oh, well.
I didn't realize that. Like, you're like I mean, we don't have a lot of ladies working it, but it's you and Jolene that are
just
the
the
moms.
station moms, you know. So my day started with my son and my husband bringing me cards in bed and a mimosa. That's a tradition that we have, and I loved that. And then I ended up being dropped off to boozy brunch with two of my girlfriends, and Brad took Barrett to the Imagine Children's Museum in Everett, and we were there for 3 hours.
I love that. I always stereotypical, but like usually it's the guy that's like, I just want to be left alone for my family. Like, let me just go and do something on my own for Father's Day. But you kind of had that for Mother's Day.
We started this new tradition, and the food we had yesterday was like a seafood smorgasbord. We had ceviche and crab bisque and just all this fantastic food. It was awesome. And then last night we did dinner at our house with my parents, and my mom's best friend Deb is in town. So we had dinner, and we did like a surf and turf. Nice. Actually, we ate rockfish that Ryan Castle caught in Alaska. Oh, nice. It was really good.
And he's fishing right now at Patrick Palace.
He sure is.
I have a weird question to ask of you.
Oh, God.
Because you were talking about seafood, and yesterday, Saturday I was in Portland for DOA Pro Wrestling, and during intermission, I'm hanging out by the merch table, and this girl comes up to me, and she's just like, I don't know, maybe she's like 20-ish, 20-something. She's like, what does your nutrition consist of? And I was like, very random question, and I start telling her like what I eat because I was like, I don't know where are we going with this, but I might as well. I mean, you asked the question, I'll give you the answer. She goes, okay, because I just assumed that you were like a salmon eater.
Yeah, you really give that vibe, Steve.
All right, I mean, am I missing a joke? Like, I didn't know if like she was like doing like some kind of a joke. Is there like some kind of like I was like, all right, I used to, when I ate fish, I did like salmon, but like at no point did she laugh or like walk off and tell her friend like got him. It was just the most random question I've ever been asked at a wrestling event.
No punchline ever came.
Nothing.
You know,
she asked for a button and then left.
What I think it is that you're really in shape. props to you.
Well, thank you.
No, he is.
He's very swole.
He's more in shape than anyone I know. And I think it's because salmon is really high in protein, but like low in fat. So if you eat a lot of salmon, you usually bulk up a lot.
That's how my stupid brain and the anxiety I deal with from time to time. I thought she was setting me up for an insult. And I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, when are you going to insult me, lady? And then she left and I'm like, what the hell just happened right there?
I think she was setting you up for, hitting on you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Is there like some kind of fish relate that on this? Well, wait a second.
Okay.
The Daily Migs Show.
Get this. The new Pope, he already has a sandwich named after him.
Let's go. It has salmon in it.
What is in the Pope's sandwich? We're going to find out at 9:50. A restaurant in Chicago called Portillo's is already paying tribute to Pope Leo.
I've heard that, but when we've gone to our radio conventions, that's like a spot that people in Chicago are like, oh, yeah, you got to go to Portillo's.
Well, now they've got this limited time available Pope sandwich.
The Pope Witch?
The Pope Witch. I don't know what they're calling it. Sarah, she's the director of communication for the restaurant, and she's talking all about it.
It's almost a little bit of divine fate that this happened in May, which happens to be National Italian Beef Month. News hit that the new Pope is from Chicago, and immediately...
Wait, I did not know it was Italian Beef Month. Why aren't we celebrating me?
I'm in.
Yeah.
News hit that the new Pope is from Chicago, and immediately our social media feeds, our emails, even our phones started ringing.
Dubbed the Leo, it remains faithful to the restaurant's signature Italian beef, baptized in gravy, with what they are calling the holy trinity of peppers, sweet, hot, or a combo of both.
It is slow roasted for 4 hours. We thinly slice it ourselves.
Sounds delicious, though.
I'm in on that for sure.
They call it the Leo?
The Leo.
All right, so if let's just say that if the Pope was from Seattle, what kind of sandwich should the Pope have? What would you put in it?
Oh, it might need to be like a blackened salmon sandwich or something like that.
Salmon, I feel like cream cheese because
yes.
the Seattle dog, you got cream cheese. They gotta have some cream cheese, right, Danny?
Yeah, I agree, and maybe some good. I don't know what kind of cheese are we gonna go with.
My first thought was Beecher's.
Oh,
but we already have cream cheese.
Well, yeah, but you need two kinds of cheese.
You can't overdo it on cheese.
No, I'm sure Miss Cougar over here, Cougar Gold.
Cougar Gold cheese would be a fabulous option.
So like a seafood sandwich.
Yeah, seafood sandwich for sure.
I asked ChatGPT what they would do if, if the Pope was from Seattle. I said, hey, what kind of sandwich would you make? And here's what it gave us. It said it would be a heavenly, local, and a little holy smoked. The bread, fresh sourdough from Seawolf Bakery, crusty but forgiven, like a good confession. I didn't even know of this place, but I went on their Instagram because I'm like, that's pretty cool that the robots are telling us about local establishments. And so Seawolf Bakers, and dude, if their Instagram, which is just at Seawolf Bakers, it's straight up bread and pastry porn.
I love carbs, so I'm in.
Look at all this amazing bread.
Oh, yeah.
The robots actually suggested a really good looking spot. Like,
apparently, it's right by the Troll.
Yeah, it's in Fremont.
That's cool.
We need to go here and just carb up.
Bread it up.
Bread up. All right, so as far as protein, they went with Alderwood smoked wild salmon, a nod to the Pacific Northwest water, and a poached egg for that papal richness.
Oh, I like it.
Veggies, pickled red onions for a little divine bite. Arugula, I don't know why they said it's Seattle's halo of choice, but there you go.
Interesting.
And sliced avocado because, yes, it's Seattle and we do believe in miracles.
Also, you said papal.
What was I supposed to say?
Papal.
He's a very, very good Catholic
It's been a while since I've been an altar boy, Danny, Mr. Carne Asada.
Ring the bell.
You.
Papal. I'll give you a papal.
The Daily Migs Show.
Why is the Washington State Patrol dealing with duck delinquents? We're going to tell you during the Daily Migs download after Sublime.
Papal.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law, and a Washington State Patrol, their social media account just posted something where they were able to safely rescue 3 ducklings that were stranded on I-5 in Tacoma. I see that happen with a lot of geese.
Oh, yeah.
In the Puyallup area, sometimes I'm like right by like the gas station, and they're all crossing the street. I think it's adorable. Except for the times where I'm in a rush to get home and I'm like, come on, let's go.
Move your feet.
What's going on over here? Well, they posted this on social media and said, sometimes you need a little help getting your ducks in a row. And thanks to the Washington State Department of Transportation, this mama duck and her ducklinquents got off the freeway safely. And then they posted a video. And it's just like the most ridiculous and awesome thing ever.
On April 21st, 2025, WSP was notified of some stranded youths stuck in the median on Interstate 5. The following video captures our rescue response.
Okay. One second. Wait. Don't fall. Stay there. Trying to get it over the fence. I don't want her to get back on the freeway. Yeah. There we go. Woo!
This feels like a lost episode of Reno 911.
Totally.
Oh, that's crazy.
Thanks to the teamwork and coordination with WashDOT, ducklings and mother were reunited in a safe location off the highway. If you are interested in a career with the Washington State Patrol, check out our link below.
Honestly, though, they're like those Instagram accounts that they run, and they are hilarious.
Follow
DOT on social media.
And how crazy is that? Around the same time, Seattle firefighters also had to save 5 ducklings from a storm drain using a bucket to safely return them. They didn't do any cool video like that, but there you go.
Well, maybe they should step it up. There's a mom and a son from Texas that were in the same graduating class this past Friday. Their names are Kyle and Brandy Fields, and they both earned graduate degrees from TCU in Fort Worth. This is the mom talking about graduating together.
I'm feeling excited, a little bit nervous. So it's been fun to attend tailgates with him, to...
Okay. Is this your mom?
Maybe.
See him in action at his sporting events. All the stars aligned perfectly. The first, for us and our family, graduate degrees, mother, son.
Beer bongs with mom.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun for him to say, hey, I got us matching shoes for us to wear to our graduation ceremony. And I was like, wow, I'm not too old to wear these, but okay, if you think I can rock it, we'll try it.
There's nothing more fun than drinking with your parent in your college town.
Yeah, I tried that with my dad. He wasn't really feeling it. Like, he stayed with us one time in my fraternity house, of all things. Which, like, looking back, I'm like, why did he agree to doing that?
Poor man.
And it was like on the 3rd floor, so I was like, oh, he'll be away from the chaos. I forgot that sometimes when the doors were locked, the only way to get into our house was to go up like the fire ladder.
Oh my God.
And go in through our apartment on the 3rd floor, and that's how you were able to get in. So all these random drunk fraternity brothers are coming in while my dad's trying to sleep on like this lazy boy type couch. It was so stupid looking back on it.
What was the mascot at your school?
Cardinals. Go Cardinals. Yes, Plattsburgh State University, one of the finest institutions in Plattsburgh State. Hey, as far as weather, 63 degrees and cloudy. Oh, the Mariners, hopefully they can make up for it this past weekend where they got swept by the Blue Jays, taking on the New York Yankees over at T-Mobile Park. So go Mariners. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Nerds. Life comes with big money questions. Is it better to max out your 401k or put more in a brokerage account? Does buying a home make financial sense in today's market? Should you use extra cash to pay off debt or invest? NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast has the answers. Their finance journalists break down investing and budgeting strategies to help you build wealth and navigate major financial decisions. Make smarter money moves. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast wherever you listen.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Ever watch your pet sleep and wonder what they're dreaming about? Maybe it's them chasing a ball on a grassy field next to your new duplex, or catching the Frisbee in front of your single-family home. Or perhaps they're zooming around the kitchen of your open-concept condo. Whatever their dream setting looks like, you can rest assured that you'll find the most pet-friendly rental listings on Apartments.com. The place to find a pet-friendly place